All right, guys, welcome back to No Clue Garage. A little good news today. We're back in the garage. Pretty much wrapped up that bathroom remodel that me and the wife were doing. I just got to finish up some of the plumbing stuff tonight. So I'm not going to bore you guys with that. It's time we get back in the garage. So this week, I'm not sure how much we're going to get done. Like I said in the end of the last video, I've got family coming in for graduation here towards the end of the week. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually get done. I'm working on stuff, but I was going to pull the engine out of the Volkswagen Bug. Decided against that this week because some of them might want to see it. And the way it is right now, I can drive it a little bit, you know, just leaking a little bit of oil. So no big deal. But to start this week off, we're going to do a little fabrication. So not to give away too much, but in my personal life, in my 9-to-5 job, I work in the TV industry. I'm an engineer, broadcast engineer. So one of the things that we do for ours, being that we're in Oklahoma, is we cover a lot of weather. So we do a lot of cameras out in the field, permanent cameras. We call them weather cameras. They're just something that the guys back at the station can look at when there's severe weather coming in, so that we can try to see what's coming towards people. So we just got word we're putting up another one in a city, about hour and a half from here. So I got to build the mount for that. And I've done a handful of these over the years. I've been doing this for many years. And I've done a couple handfuls of these. So I'm not new to them. But let me kind of give you an idea of the design that we do, so that kind of see what we've got going today. So in a previous project, when I did the last one, I built 2 of these mounts, but this is a 10-foot pole, and it's got a flat base here, and I'll show you here in a minute the mount that goes on that. But what we've got to do, see, I've already built this in the last one, cut the holes and stuff, but what we got to do today is I've got to put the mount on here, mark the holes, drill them so that the camera mount can go here. I got to put a cap on the end of this pipe. And then I've got to grab these here, weld some of these rings on here. The design that I've come up with, so I put these here, and then on the base, I put another one, and then I string a cable for a guy wire so that we can level it, and it keeps it from, you know, doing this in the wind when the storms and stuff come through. Let me grab this mount here. This right here, let me zoom out a bit here. This here is the base mount. It's what they call a non-penetrating mount. It uses cinder blocks to hold it down for weight, but it keeps you from having to bolt into a building or anything. So what we do is we put these up on flat roofs, up on a tall building, and put the cinder blocks to hold them down, and then the camera goes up on top. Just empty box, deal with that later. But this is the mount that we're going to have to drill some holes in here, if you see, so that stuff will bolt on there. A couple months ago, I got that drill press from the swap meet. I still haven't used it, so I think this is a good opportunity to do it. So first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put this mount together, and then I'm going to have to clean out some of that area back there so I can get my welder out so I can weld these tabs on there. And then we'll get those holes drilled and we'll get it all put together. But I'll bring you guys along for some of the process. Kind of hard for me to hold the camera and work at the same time, but you know, maybe if I can talk the wife into coming out and recording for me. But I'll bring you guys along as we get each step done, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so you can see this goes together pretty dang simple. The design I was telling you about, cinder blocks sit here. It holds 4 each side to give it the weight to hold it down, and then the pipe goes here and goes straight up, and this will sit flat on the roof, or the camera will be 10 foot up that way. Now, like I said, 10-foot pipe. You've seen the one that I've built before, previously I should say. So one thing I want to do when I go to tighten this up, I want to make sure that it's square. So I'll measure corner to corner, and get as close as I can get it, and I'll tighten these bolts down in the corner. And then another thing I want to do, this pipe here is the same diameter as the 10-foot one that we're going to use. This is the one that comes with it. These mounts are used a lot on top of like apartment complexes and such for satellite dishes. So it comes with this short pipe. We're not going to use that, but one thing is it's the same diameter. So I'm going to put it in here to make sure that my big pipe fits in here before I tighten up those and those. So now I'm going to get the tape measure out. I'm going to get it squared up. I'm going to get my zip gun out, and we're going to get this thing tightened up. And then we'll move on to, I think next, after I get that, I can get this off the table. I'm going to get my drill press on here, and I'm going to get those holes cut. And then we'll get out the welder and such. So I got the drill press out. Got some, what do you call it? Pilot holes drilled. Some smaller pilot holes. This drill press works great. $30 well spent. Only issue I have is it came with a universal chuck key. It's not so universal because none of these fit it. So I'm making do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find one of these that fit. Anybody know how to tell what size of chuck key I need? This is an off-brand Summit. Looks like, you know, Harbor Freight from 40 years ago, but I don't know. All right, so I got it down here. I got me some pilot holes drilled. The bolts I'm using are 5/16. My holes don't line up exactly. They traveled a little bit, so I'm going to drill out a 7/16. So I got a little bit of play. Just, you know, get in here and get those drilled out. Then we'll come back and we'll weld the cap on the top, and we'll weld the what do you call those things? Those little eyelets for the cables. Look at the old poor stink bugs getting rained on. I thought it'd say washed, but it's Oklahoma rain. It's got a lot of dirt in it. Poor thing's just sitting there. The wife's just used to it. It sat outside for many years. I guess that one did too, but it'd been in the barn the past like 6 years, 5 years maybe. But anyway, I got this camera mount put on. So you can see what I was talking about now, how that mounts. Camera hangs from that pedestal there. So what I got to do now is I got to get this thing bolted in to that base, so I know the proper orientation to put those little eyelets for the guy wires. It's coming along pretty quick. So worst part is I still got to get back there and dig out that welder so I can weld those parts on. But I'm gonna get that all bolted together and get the welder drug up, and we'll see what kind of damage we can do. So it's been about, maybe half an hour. This stuff goes together pretty quick and easy. I've done it, like I said, a couple handfuls of times, so kind of got the game plan down. But I got the base mounted, and I went ahead and broke out the grinder and cleared the paint off the areas where I'm gonna have to weld. All right, so the base is all mounted. You can see it's got these supports too here. They just bolt through the middle. I've got a hole here where my wire is gonna come out. But up here on all 4 legs, I've ground down the paint so that I can weld. Let me grab one here. These are gonna weld on here, kind of angled up, so that a cable can go through there with a turnbuckle. They're also gonna go up here, like this. And that cable's gonna run at an angle down there. And that is just enough angle to not only act like a guy wire to keep it from wobbling, it'll keep it from wobbling back and forth in the wind really bad. But what it also does too is if the roof isn't quite as level, I can tension one of those turnbuckles one way or the other to get that pole to get level. You always want that, well wait, let me rephrase that, to get that pole plumb. Oh yeah, I know, I probably just made a bunch of carpenters mad out there. The difference between level and plumb. I want the base to be level. If the base isn't level, then we gotta plumb the pole with the guy wires. So I'm gonna put the turnbuckles, and you can tighten the turnbuckles down and pull it one way or the other to plumb that pole. So I've got my cheap little Amazon, actually eBay welder out here. This thing, when I first got it, it welded great. Now, not so much. I'm not sure what the issue is. I just got a fresh bottle put on there. I don't know. I would love to get me a good welder, good Miller or Lincoln or something like that. Heck, I've heard some of those, was it Taniums or whatever they are supposed to be pretty good welders too. But this old Amico Power or whatever, it's done me good. I've welded quite a bit with it, and it does good, or it used to. We're gonna see how it does here. Last time I tried to use it, it didn't work all that great. But I was also running it off of a generator and an extension cord. It does not like running off an extension cord. So I've got it over here where I can plug it directly into the wall. So I'm gonna get a couple of these welded. We'll see how it does. So I guess you're not a true welder until you burn your fingertip off, huh? I do it every time. Stupid hole in my glove. Look, right there. I forgot all about it. It got me. Got me good. Well, I got these parts all welded on. I'm gonna let it cool and then hit it with a little bit of paint and then I'll be done with this project. Oh no, I'm not. I still gotta put the turnbuckles in the cables. I'm ready to be done. God, that hurts. Anyway, let me show you what I did. Remember, my welder's not the greatest. So on all 4 legs, I've got these welded on there. You see that one and that one all the way around. And then up here, in line with those, I got these welded. Ooh, that's still hot. Hot, 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 hot. Woohoo! Sit that down. I got these welded. That looks like crap, huh? It's because I got a little close to my plastic sawhorse there. Melted my brand new sawhorses. And then I got the cap welded on. So I'm done with the welding at least. There she is. Another one down. Alright, so I'm going to take a little breather, let these welds cool off, and then I'm going to get this wire strung. It's real easy to do. Just put the wires through the little aluminum knurls, crimp, whatever they're called. Smash them between a couple of hammers. You're good to go. So I'm going to let this cool off. I think I'm going to go get me a cold drink. Wife should be home soon with the kids from school. So yeah, go put something on this finger too. It hurts a little bit. Alrighty, we're done. We're done, which is good. The kids are home from school, and I just kind of want to relax today. So, got this done. All right, let me zoom out a bit. I don't know why my stupid phone does that. Got these guy wires. You can see there's 4 of them here, 1 for each corner. So once we get this thing standing vertical, if I need to pull it one way or the other, I can to plumb the pole. And it also helps with shaking. You can see the camera mount there. The camera hangs from the bottom of that pedestal. I'm done for the day. I'm gonna get this loaded in the truck and then get cleaned up. I think the wife's cooking dinner right now, or
no, she's right there.
Yeah, I know she's right there, but it's cooking.
Hello.
Hello. So it's sun's actually come out a little bit, but it's supposed to be raining like crazy today and tomorrow. So we'll see tomorrow when I get home from work. If it's not raining too bad, we might pull the car back out and start on a speaker box or something. I don't know. We'll find something to do. But we're back in the garage, so that's a good thing. Oh yeah, I gotta go in and put plumbing in. So, all right, I'm gonna get this stuff loaded. I'll bring you guys back tomorrow. All right, guys, welcome back. Same garage, different day, different project. You say hi, Maddie?
Hello.
Hello. So, before I can get to work on that bug, what's that going on? I was wearing my glasses all day. Before I can get on that bug, I've got some homeowner stuff to take care of. Gotta cut the grass. I hate cutting grass. Really sucks. But that old mower I've got, it runs good. Hard to start, but it's a beast to push. The little wheels and all that crap. So years and years and years ago, my old boss gave me a mower that he couldn't get going. He got tired of messing with. I had it going for a little bit and then I put it away and I hadn't used it. But I want to get it out and get it working. Main reason is it's self-propelled. So it's a old Husqvarna with a Honda engine, and I'm having some issues with it. I can get it to run, but it runs like it's choked all the time. And it's got that stupid automatic choke system. And it uses some weird deal called a thermo wax to engage the choke. Let me pull this thing out of the pack. Amazon cheap parts. Maybe it'll work. But it uses like a piece of wax in a cartridge that when it's cold, it chokes, and as soon as it heats up, the wax melts and pushes out a little rod that turns the choke off. And all the videos that I watched said that the thermo wax, this little cartridge, is probably bad. It's not letting the choke come off. So this little tip here, I don't know if you can see that or not. When the wax melts in here, it pushes that tip out, disengages the choke, and then it'll run good. So I bought this. I think I bought this whole kit. It came with this, some new gaskets, a new spark plug, all kinds of stuff for like 16 bucks. Pretty easy change. I'll bring it along as I change it out on there. Put these new gaskets and everything on. We'll see if we can't get this thing to run. If so, I gotta get this grass cut. If not, I've got to go break out that older beast of a mower and get this grass cut because it's getting away from me. We've got some dry time now after all that rain that we got, and the grass is growing like crazy. So I'm gonna get some tools together and we'll get this stuff pulled off.
Oh, that's really sunny.
Yeah, it's really sunny.
Told you I need sunglasses.
Alright, so this isn't all that bad as long as we can get that part out. I've pulled this, I've had this carburetor off many times, so kind of have an idea. First off, we want to make sure we shut our gas off. Pull your 2 bolts out.
It has mom's old glasses.
Don't lose your bolts.
Put them right there.
There's a big gasket. We don't even need to take the carburetor off the linkage for this. This is one of the parts. Come in here, baby. So when that thermal wax, which is way down in here, pushes out, it pushes on this plunger, which pushes on this that turns the choke off. So now, probably going to be the hardest part is I've got to get this thermal wax out of the block here. I don't know if it's going to come out or not. And just like in the YouTube videos I watched, it is stuck.
Hello. Hello. Put the camera at me. Point the camera at me. I could already see the scooter.
Oh yeah, it's stuck good.
Like really stuck?
Got it. Yeah, you can look here. See how all the wax is leaked out? That part is no good anymore.
Like stuck enough that you had to take a
And-
bunch of tools to get that
Yep,
split
and you
out
can
of
see
my
the little
foot.
plunger in there is collapsed all the way down in there. So I have a good feeling that that right there might be the issue. So
Oh.
now we got to get our new part. If you look at the tip, you see how the plunger's already sticking out and it's already collapsed in the old one. So we're going to put the new one in.
Okay.
It should just slide right in there, like so. This also came with a pack of new gaskets, so might as well use them. All right, let's see. That's a square one, so we're not going to use that one. So, our old gaskets are. This one goes on here. Line up the holes. Okay. Then carburetor goes
Daddy?
on. Yes.
Maybe after this, can we go to the store
What do you want to go to the store for?
to get some drinks
To get some drinks. I know when we get done with this, I got to cut the grass.
and some more ring pops?
Ring pops.
Yes.
What do you need ring pops for?
They're my favorite.
They're your favorite.
Yeah, they are my favorite. For everybody's favorite. And Allie, which one do you want? Watermelon?
Gasket is different.
The one, the green one. That's watermelon. Green one? Yeah. What's the red one? The red one you had it was strawberry.
No, this is
Strawberry? I had
the
strawberry.
back of this. What?
I wish you could the lawnmower was facing that way, and I could sit right there on that black bucket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got a square one that goes here. That's not gonna line up with those holes. See, this one is a little bit different. It's got a square cutout on it. That'll still work, I think.
I want to get that chair so bad.
Go get the chair.
Okay, hold the camera.
Alright, so now we just got to assemble everything back the way it goes. So,
I literally could see your like lines on your arms.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Now I forgot how it goes back together.
You should have written that down.
So this goes in between here like this. Okay, got it down. So now we got to take this, put our 2 bolts in here.
You know why my feet look You know why my shoes look kind of wet and muddy?
Why?
I went outside today
Oh yeah?
for recess.
What'd you do?
Played tag with my friend Remy.
Oh yeah?
And probably jumped in some wet puddles.
What?
Yep.
Why were you jumping in wet puddles for?
I love puddles.
This one's on here. And then this new part goes on like so.
Now I know why people bring umbrellas to the beach.
Why?
Because they're blocking the sun.
Blocking the sun? Is it too hot for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. Just wish it was different. I know I have. Allie, you could use the water that's on the ground of it. See?
Okay, if we have issues with this, it might be that last gasket. The one they sent is a little different. But we're going to try it anyway. Looks like it'll seal. Don't want to smoke these days. Just want to get it tight. Like that. Put our little vent hose back on. Do you think it's going to work, Maddie?
Maybe. Maybe no.
I hope. So I got to cut grass.
Yeah, because it rained. Rained a bunch.
It did rain a bunch.
Done cutting grass,
Now this kit came with a new spark plug, and I know mine's pretty grody.
It's down here.
So I'm going to change it out.
What new ones?
Like the one you got from Grandma Donna?
No, I'm going to be out here needing the popsicle. I'm going to be out here needing the popsicle.
What?
Yep.
Who said you could have a popsicle?
Nobody, but I will ask Mom.
Oh, you'll ask Mom?
It's too
Hey
hot.
on this. It's dry.
I know it's too hot out here.
Too hot.
Too hot.
It's not too hot.
Too hot.
The spark plug is in.
Paint side up. Whoa.
Oh, give me that. I could paint that and it'll look prettier. Give me that. I'm going to piece. Get a piece.
Yes. Do you think it's going to work, Maddie?
Probably.
Probably.
There's a big.
Well, we're going to try.
How did you get that? It feels like paper.
Okay, you
Don't-
think it's going to work, Maddie?
Allie, cover
Allie,
my
you think
ears.
it's going to work?
Yeah.
Allie, cover my ears for me. Cover my ears, Allie.
Don't you want the camera?
No, Allie, don't.
Well, so far it's not looking good, is it?
Yeah. No,
Okay. So it works, but one little issue.
it was too loud.
The cable for my stop. I had it wired down for so long that it appears to have frozen. So now it doesn't stop anymore.
I need a popsicle.
You don't need a popsicle.
Yes, it's too hot.
No, you're okay.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Wait, does that mean I can sit right there?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
I want to play with you today.
So what I'm trying to do is fix the shut off. When I let go of that lever, it should engage this brake and hit the kill switch. And it's not. I don't know if the cable's froze. Seems like the cable might be froze. Well, that sucks. Why is it doing that, Maddie?
Doing what?
Not working.
I need a block vise on my head. What are you doing? Oh,
I'm gonna try to get some PB Blaster down that cable.
I
See
need.
if it'll break it up.
No, Ellie. I need a block of ice on my head. I bet it will melt super quick. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
why is that liquid yellow?
Because it's oil.
Oh, now I get it.
Now you get it?
Like kitchen oil.
Well, not like kitchen oil, but
Yeah.
it's oil.
That kind of looks like kitchen oil.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my gosh. It's too hot.
It's not.
When I was in that chair, it felt like I was getting sunburned.
Okay. Here's my problem.
What?
This cable is froze inside this housing.
You mean like frozen?
Well, by frozen, it's probably rusted,
Oh.
which frozen just means it's stuck. So we got to get this moving again. If it was just me, oh, look, it's moving already. Yeah, see how rusty and nasty it is? If it was just me, I wouldn't mind, but I'm going to try to let my boy
I
use this
thought
one.
you meant like ice and stuff.
No, not like ice.
'Cause it
Frozen
was
as
so-
in stuck. So we're going to get some oil. Try to get some oil down this cable.
I know there's a fly climbing up here.
There we go. Matt,
Yeah?
take the camera, go inside, get popsicle for you and Allie. It's hot. Get one for me too. Any
Okay.
color, surprise me.
Ooh, I bet I know. Ollie, take yellow.
Yellow.
Daddy, take green.
Thank you.
And I take blue. Is the green good, Daddy?
Mm-hmm.
It's lime, probably.
We fixed it. So yeah, it was that little. Gosh, I spent $16 for the whole kit. I think that little part was like $8 on Amazon if you need to replace it. Thermo wax. So if your Honda, what engine is this? GCV, I believe it is. Yeah. If your Honda GCV engine with the auto choke starts running like hard to start, like the choke's stuck open, or if you can get it to start and it sits there and starts flooding itself out, it's probably your choke. Check that thermo wax, they call it, thermo wax. You saw on the one that I pulled out, it was all the wax had seeped out of it. It was no good anymore. This thing fired right up. So I'm gonna clean my tools up. I'm gonna go get my headphones, put them in my ears, and I'm gonna go cut grass. Maddie, while I'm cutting the front yard, I need you, your sister, and your brother to go clean up the backyard. Okay? Make sure there's nothing out that I'm gonna run over. Dog bones, pieces of wood that the dog chews on, anything the dog chews on, and toys. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Do we have
I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. I'm gonna enjoy this popsicle. That's pretty good. Hello. Say welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's a couple of days later, and I've been talking about it for a long time, but what are we gonna do today, Maddie? We'll build the speaker box, or at least try to get it done today. So, yeah, I got stuff going on later this afternoon, got stuff going on tomorrow afternoon, so I'm gonna try to squeeze something in here. see what we can get done. I've been talking about it enough for the past month that I guess it's time to finally decide to try to bring back some memories from about 20 plus years ago and see if we can't build a spirit box. I'm gonna build a small little ported box for a sub to go into the Bug, just to see if it sounds any different. I hope it does. I hope it sounds a little bit better. But I've got, nowadays I got fancy Google to help me. So I got a little program called the OptiCutter. It's free online. But I put in the dimensions. I've used a box wizard from Rockford Fosgate. Put in the dimensions to give me of what I've got. It gives me the airspace that I'm gonna have. And then I took those dimensions, put into OptiCutter, and then it gave me the layout. That's a 4x4 sheet of MDF. So now I know where to make my cuts. Got the trusty old 1960s table saw out. And we're gonna do our best at trying not to hurt ourselves. Ain't that right, Maddie? Yep. I think I'm gonna let Maddie run the camera for me a little bit today. We'll see how that goes. Dude finally emerging from his gaming room of doom, or whatever you want to call it. Is the sunlight burning your skin?
No.
No? All you... Yeah, you do look pale. All you do is sit in that room and play video games. I think I'm gonna have him try to help me too. So, and yeah, again, it's the washer you hear in the background. You know, real life stuff. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna jump on this real quick. I'm gonna get a few things set up on the table saw. I think I've got the measurements of my first cut I need to make, and we'll get started from there. Maddie, did you tell Mama the job you and Allie got here in a little bit?
Oh yeah, we're gonna clean Daddy's motorcycle.
But that'll be fun.
Hey girls, I'm gonna need you to go sit in those chairs over there, okay?
Sitting in mine. Sitting in mine.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this up there. And what I'm gonna need you to do is stand on that side and support it as they come off. Don't move it left or right, okay? But just as I'm pushing it through, once it gets to about right here, you just grab it and keep it from falling down, okay? Just hold it up. Yes, it'll be 2 pieces by the time we get done. But once we get cut, this will still hold one side. You're just holding the weight of the other, okay?
You're just balanced.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, go to the other side. Hey, that side. Pick up. Sit right there. Stay right there. Stay right there real quick. Go ahead and turn the switch on. It's on the front, on this side.
What number?
No, the switch. It looks like a light switch.
It's right there. Right there. Right there.
Dude, over here.
See the cord?
On this side,
It goes
on the corner.
into it.
Okay. I'll just have to go through and trim like an 1/8 inch off that and straighten it up when the time comes. Grab that size in, let's put it back on this table. Yeah, much lighter. But see how I got really wide here? That and the fact that this table saw's on wheels.
Yeah, it was moving.
Moving. This time we got a fence to help guide it. Can you hit that switch for me, please?
How are you going to keep from rolling away again?
Yeah, let me put something under. It's rule number 1 I'm breaking right now, dude.
Huh?
It's rule number 1 I'm breaking right now.
Don't touch the plate.
I ain't got no safety glasses on. We both should have safety glasses on. That looks very big to fit a bug.
Wait.
My measurement should be right though.
Did you measure twice?
No?
That might be why.
That's rule number 1.
All right, let's go measure one more time because 36 inches was
Ow.
awful big.
It didn't bonk. It went.
Where's mine?
Pull it that way a little bit. There you go.
Allie, get Mom a snack.
That's Mom our cookies.
I just want one.
Never mind.
Okay, so this
Too
one's got a
light.
funky edge on it too.
Oh,
This is
orange.
where
I'm
you put it.
keeping that.
Get funky, funky.
Red.
Mine.
There's those.
It looks like dirt.
Yeah.
And now I got to do some thinkery to figure out I screwed up.
You're just making oopsies.
I think I got to cut these one more time. Remember when I said it looked a little long, a little big, fit the bug? It's because I hadn't taken the extra 3.5 inches off these yet. Okay, now I got to do some thinkery to figure out the port. I've got, with this little bit of wood I've got left, I've got to make the port. There's another tool online that'll tell you the dimensions of the port so that you can tune it to the right frequency. We're not going to get to the exact, but we'll get close.
Found dust.
You found dust. Don't throw that up in the air like I know you. If you're going to do it, go do it out there in the grass.
Yay. Hey girls, watch.
What is that? What? That's so dusty.
So I need
It's even.
for 38 hertz is what this is want this tuned at. Anywhere from 38 to 44. I'm probably going to be somewhere around 40 to 42 because of the smaller box. I need to go 12 inches wide, 12 and a half, which I think I have. No, I'm only 10. Inch and a half tall, 17 deep. Okay, so we're going to go full width for the port. What did I say, 17? We're gonna go 17 deep in the edge, way over there. 17 deep, and then it's gonna be 1.5 inches high. So what I need right now is one piece, the full width of this, 17. Let's see what I've got. That's gonna work because these are gonna go on there. So what I need to do is take 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, which is 1.5 inches, right?
Sure.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm about to cut this.
Yeah.
Off of 13-ish minus 1.5 inches
11 and a half.
will be 11.5. Well, this isn't quite 13. This is actually 1/8. So
11 and a half minus an 1/8.
11 3/8. So I need to cut this at 11 3/8, and then I need to cut it at 17 long. So I need to take 7/8 off of this. Not 7/8.
3 and inch and
7/8. No. 5/8. Gosh, my brain is not working today.
You know something? Mine either.
Your brain's not working either? No. What's up, dude?
So,
What I hate about tape measures is when you're trying to read small, you got all this in the way and it's just kind of hard to see. I'm not that well equipped on a tape measure. What are you doing with your Cineramic shots and everything?
Cinematic.
Cinematic. My bad. Let's see. 7. So you need to go right there. Right there. I'm gonna call that good. That's gonna take 5/8 of an inch off this board. Okay, Mr. Cinematic. Okay, that should have gotten me.
Mom, I'm getting used to motion. And Dad has
Yep, right where I need to be. 11 3/8. Okay, so now I need to cut that off at 17 inches. Got a little bit of backfire there, huh, bud?
Yeah.
I
17.
wish somebody could look in how much
So that's going to be the port now. So that's going to be here, and there'll be an opening right here
I'm gonna play Lego City.
for the sound to come out. So that also means that I need to take one of these, because this is the side edge. And what does my measurement say? Measurement says that the port depth needs to be 1.5 inches, which is 1.5 inches.
Somewhere on here.
So I need to cut 1.5 inches off of this. Right there. Dude, you're gonna mess up my whole video like that.
You make everybody sick.
Yeah. Why is this not? Okay. My fence was getting hung up right here. It didn't want to push. Gotta be careful with that. Anytime that blade's spinning. When I was young, probably middle school, we had a woodworking class, and I was building a birdhouse, and I was cutting through there, and there's this thing that's called kickback. Let me see
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I know what kick.
When you're going through, and then say this piece gets loose, the blade will catch it, and they'll kick it back. It
Yeah.
kicked back and hit me right in the chest. Ever since then, for the longest time, I was really scared of table saws. Took me a while to get over that. So that's going to go that way. So this will be open, and then this will be inside, and then that'll be our port. Make a sense? No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now we just got to lay it all out, and I don't know if I'm smart enough to do that. Yeah, right down in there. There you go. Just a minute, I'm getting this wet.
Why?
Because this is what we dry it with. I know it sounds weird that you got to get it wet to dry it, but that's how you do it. Okay, go ahead. it going?
Okay.
Yeah,
I've been seeing you around. I was like, man, I'll catch that dude outside one of these days.
Yeah, I'm actually building another speaker box for that one, so we'll have him down there. Hey, thank you.
Well, that worked out. You pet the dog. The dog didn't move.
That's spinning. I'll try this. Yeah, that's spinning. I'll try this one. I need to watch. Yeah, that's spinning.
Hey, don't just throw them on the ground.
Yeah, that's spinning. Bye-bye. I need this one again. Shiny and clean, shiny and poop. What's that mean?
That's like actually getting sprayed. It's like catching it.
All right, so I got everything cut out, kind of laid out. I messed up on my port piece. I cut it too narrow. I don't know why, but that inch and what, 5/8 that I cut off was the inch and 5/8 I needed. So luckily I have a piece of, it might even be LDF, but it's just for the port. It's not structure, so it'll be all right. So I cut it. So I got it cut, and I'm gonna use that for the port just because I messed up and I didn't have any left. But now I'm getting everything laid out. You can see my port's gonna run along here, and then all of my outer edges. Pre-drill, guys, pre-drill this MDF, at least for the first side that you're going through, because you will split it. So I'm gonna go through and get all of the holes pre-drilled. And then after I do that, I'll start laying it out, glue it and screw it, and I'll bring you guys back. Be my cameraman.
I'll try not to do cinematic shots.
Cinematic shots. All right, here. All right, so we've gotten this far. So I lined everything up and pre-drilled. And I know it's a lot of screws, guys, but that's how I used to do them back in the day. You want them to hold together. But honestly, like I was just telling Cameron, the screws on MDF, the screws are pretty much there to hold it until the glue dries. Because the glue is what's going to physically hold everything together. But I have stopped at this point because one thing you want to do with speaker boxes is make sure they're airtight. You know, we only want the air coming out of the port that we're going to build, so you want them airtight. So I'm going to let this glue in here tack up a little bit. Then I'm going to come in and, since I can get to this right now, I'm going to silicone these seams. And then once that silicone gets a little tacky so I don't mess it all up, then I can go ahead and start putting the port and the front, the corner piece and the top on. Once I get this corner piece and the port in, I can come in and I can silicone those edges. Then I'll get the top on, glued and screwed, and then I'll cut the hole for the sub, and then I'll reach in through the hole and silicone what I can. And then I still got to drill a hole somewhere for my speaker wire. I don't have a terminal block, so I'm just going to drill a little hole. We'll put wire through it, tie a knot in it, and silicone it so it's sealed. So yeah, that's where we're at. Like I said, I did mess up on my port. So I cut a different piece, but other than that, it's going pretty smooth. The part I'm not looking forward to is cutting the actual circle for the
circles.
Speaker. I'm not good at drawing a circle. Figure that one out. That's where we're at now. I'm gonna sit here and let this glue tack up a little bit, and then I'll get some silicone on here. All right, so I got the front piece and the port put in. And I'm just about ready to put the top on. I'm sitting here scratching my head. I know about airspace. In fact, this box is on the small end for a single sub. But I keep scratching my head because this thing looks big enough on the face that I can put both subs in there. But I don't think I think it'll sound like crap with the less airspace. The subs I'm using want to call anywhere from like 2 to 3.5 cubes on a ported box. And I am at just above 2 here. So it'll be all right for 1, but I'm gonna put 1 in, and I'm just gonna put it to the side. If I get itching in the future, I might cut another hole. So as you can see, there's enough room here for 2, but airspace wise, there's really not. I got the port put in. As you can see, it's made to specs for the subwoofer. Hey, I forgot to silicone that seam. I'm gonna get that siliconed real quick. But I got all the other stuff siliconed. So now all I got to do is pop the top on and figure out where the sub's going to go, draw the circle and cut it out. You see here's the port. Then I think after I get the top on, before I cut the hole, I'm going to go test fit. I haven't test fitted yet. With my luck, you know how things go. It probably won't fit if I don't test fit. Well, I mean, if I test fit, it's probably not going to fit. But if, you know, I just built it, who knows? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get this part silicone and get this top put on. I'll be back. All right, so top's put on, glued, screwed, give it a little bit to cure up. I just, I took the speaker out of one of the other boxes and measured the opening so I knew how big. Got the old school compass, you remember from school, you know?
Yeah.
Draw a circle. Got the compass, took the diameter, cut it in half, which is the radius, right?
Yeah.
And then just set that on my compass and drew the circle. So now I'm going to cut that hole out and hope the speaker fits. And we have 1 round hole.
Yep. Does my head fit in it?
I don't know. It's not perfectly round if it didn't come out like that. But that's all right, because the moment of truth is...
Test it. Will it fit?
Not quite.
Oh.
See right there? We got to trim a little bit. Just a very little bit. Where is it getting caught up? Probably right here. You see how it flattens off right there? It's not quite as round.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's why we have this. What is this called?
Circle driller.
What did you used to call this?
I don't know.
The jiggle saw?
Sure.
Only needed a little bit there, buddy. Not that much. Here, let's see.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect fit. All right, cool.
Soft.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get the vacuum out, clean up this sawdust, and then I'm going to get the silicone. Are you watching what I'm doing?
And by you mean I'm gonna vacuum that?
No, I'll vacuum it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get the silicone, and I'm going to reach my hand in here and silicone these seams on this top piece that I couldn't get. And then we'll put the speaker in. Hey, we might hear it go boom, boom soon.
Yeah.
I mean, you really should let the silicone and glue dry, but yeah. All right, the messy part. Now I can't get the caulking gun in there to put beads in the corner, so I'm just gonna have to put a little bit on the finger and get up there and try to seal this off as best as I can. After I get the glue off of my fingers, I might be able to get some of it in there. I mean, I can, but I can't see what the heck I'm doing. So I doubt I'm doing any good. I got some in there. It's just going to be easier to put it on the finger and go after it. Oh, man. It's a long way in there. Well, it's sealed. It's not pretty, but it's sealed, but ain't nobody gonna see it. So I'm gonna get the speaker set down in there and get some screw holes drilled. Stick your face down in there like this and make, you know how to make low notes?
I heard it.
That's way too high. Bass tones. Yeah, your voice ain't changed yet. You gotta hit the low tone. Put your ear right here. Come over here to the port. We got to use this, but I got to find a hole saw to fit it. I have a hole saw kit.
Somewhere.
No, I just bought it like not too long ago. And then I used it when we did the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, it's right here in front of me, dude.
I think I know where it is.
You think you know where it is now, dude?
I think I know where it
Let me
is.
get this big old sparker out of the way.
Spiker.
Sparker. All right, so I'm gonna cut this hole in the side of the box, and we're gonna glue that in after I fix that wire. I guess if we're gonna do this, might as well do it right and let me measure the center of the box. If I can find my tape measure. What you doing with my tape measure, Ken? 14.5 will be 7 1/4. So now what we got to do is we got to get the soldering iron out and fix this. The wire broke. And I'm going to just cut them both, clean them up, and resolder them. If I can find the solder. There it is.
Hot yet?
I wouldn't touch it. Is it hot yet? Stick your tongue to it and find out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's hot yet.
Dude, that stinks too. That's funky old solder.
Funky.
Sometimes you got to put some new solder to melt old solder.
Funky.
Ooh, man, that stuff stinks like death.
How do you know what death smells
Oh, buddy, I've smelled death.
like?
It's not fun. Yuck.
What a bunch of trouble.
Get these terminals here cleaned off.
Tiny.
Yeah, little tiny drill bits.
Ooh.
You smell it now?
Ooh.
Do it, brother. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, this stuff stinks, guys. I don't know what's in this old solder, but man, it stinks. Got Cameron saying, brother, ooh. Okay, let's see. Positive terminal. Side. What are you doing over there?
Heard bird I've seen.
Yeah. I watch that all day at work while I'm doing my paperwork. Okay, got those soldered back on there. Let the soldering iron cool off before we put it up. I'm gonna figure out a way to glue this in there. My hole saw, even though it didn't quite fit over there, actually wallered a bit. So now this is loose. So I've got to figure out how I'm gonna get that in there. Tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wrap some duct tape around this thing right now. Because if this sounds good in the car, I'm gonna wrap it and I'll need to take that back out. So I'm gonna rub some duct tape around it to tighten that up in the hole. Okay guys, that'll work for now. Just wrapped it 3 or 4 times with some tape. Because like I said, let me show you. You guys been sitting over there watching me for a while. So I just wrapped that with some tape and stuffed it in there. If this box fits in there and it sounds good, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna wrap it with one of them Mexican blankets over there. So I'm gonna have to take this back out anyway. And then with the thickness of that, I can put some glue and it'll all stay. So for now, tape trick's gonna work. All right, let's get the speaker installed. Okay. Nice snug fit. I might actually have to take some more out of it when I wrap it because I want to wrap the fabric. If I wrap the fabric inside the hole, I'll have to take some more. If not, then I'll just cut it right up flush to the edge. That looks pretty good to me. All right, guys. Always pre-drill MDF. If not, you'll split it right apart and it'll be no good. So you gotta pre-drill your MDF. I'm just using just a little bitty bit to pre-drill a hole. Be careful not to punch a hole through your speaker. I have done that before. Cool. Guys, I think this speaker is going to sound good. Just one, because this is a lot of airspace for one. It's right in, but there. If you look up the specs for this speaker, they give you a minimum and an optimum. And we're a little above the minimum. So, should be pretty good. All right, guys. Speaker's in. Now, like I said, I've got something to do at 3:30ish. It's 2:10. Should I let everything dry some more or should we test it? I'm getting anxious to test it. But the bug's way out there. We're gonna test it. Grab that phone. Let's go take the sub out. It's in there right now. There it goes.
Sawdust on the screen. Pizza Hut?
Now here's the problem. This speaker box is a lot heavier. You said they went to Pizza Hut, dude.
Oh.
That don't look like Pizza Hut.
What is that for? I don't know. Huh.
Ooh.
Are we watching the beach?
Cameron playing with my computer.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's gonna be the fun part.
Here.
Yeah, go ahead and just put the camera down for a minute.
Yeah, I can put it right here.
I don't care, just hurry up.
Okay.
Dude, this thing is very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need to take it in. Yeah, like that.
It's on the seat.
Hey, get that wire and put it up on top of the deal there. Yep, just like that. Okay.
Don't want to get my fingers.
Why does it not fit?
It's hitting cords on this side.
Can you move the cords out of the way a little bit? Don't pull on them. It is too tall. See where my sub's at?
Oh.
It is too tall.
Now we need to
Go get my drill, my screw.
Okay.
Drill with the screw bit.
Oh, wow. Drill with the screw bit?
Yeah, it's already on it.
This thing?
Yes. Okay, I need you to pick up on that. Dang it. There we go. I got it. Are those wires out of the way over there?
No.
Let me come over that way.
Okay.
I gotta straighten that. Mama, I made it too tall. And a little too wide. Because even if I pick it up to clear the amp, it's going to hit the 6x9 speaker. Alright guys, I screwed up. I made it a little too big. It's a little too tall, which I ain't too worried about because I could probably lift the back deck up a little bit more. But it's also a little too wide. Just a hair. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to eat, I'm going to go do this still I got to do, and then I'll mess with it this evening. It's also hot in there, so we'll be back in a little bit.
What you doing?
I made my speaker box too dang big. It hits right here. When I measured up to clearance here, but like a dummy, I forgot that speaker sits higher than the speaker box. I'm gonna try to lift this tray. I don't know if that's gonna work. Also, it's a little tight fitting left and right. So I don't know. I'm gonna see.
Still no bueno?
No bueno. If you come around the other side, you can see why. Right down in here. Gonna hit the speaker and the amp. Now I've already picked this up. Don't know if I can pick it up much more. It would have to go up another 2 inches, which is going to put it way up here. And I don't know if I want to do that. Because that speaker flexes too as it comes up. If I had put the speaker in the center, I could have moved the amp somewhere and had plenty of room. But I didn't.
Why can't you move the amp?
I can move the amp, but the speaker's still here. Dang it, it sounds so good in here too. I don't want to do. I'm going to pull the speaker out and see if the box will even fit depth-wise. I built the speaker box too big.
No.
It doesn't even let the seat go all the way back.
You measured the bottom, not the top.
I did, and I forgot. I was like, well, it'll just push in on the fabric, but I forgot about these braces in here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hitting those braces. which, you know, I'm...
Does the seat have to go all the way back?
No, it doesn't. In fact, it doesn't with the bottom, since we wrapped over top of it. It doesn't go back far enough to let it go all the way back. It sits about right there, actually. Maybe a little bit farther back. But the issue I'm having is the clearance right there. There is nowhere near. I would have to move this up probably 3 inches. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Figure out where to move the amp.
Well, it's not the amp. It's going to hit the bottom of the speaker. The bottom of this 6x9.
Oh.
Because that actually hangs lower than the amp does. Oh, they're about even. I don't know what the full travel of that speaker is. Let me get out and think about it. I'm tired of having this chrome seatbelt deal shoved in my butt here. So I'm gonna get out and think about it. I need to raise this about 1.5 inches or so to get the speaker box to fit in. Problem is if I screw through here, it's going to show through the fins when you look at the back of the car. So what I honestly need to do is try to make some sort of spacer between those and screw them from there, pick it up, put the spacers in. I only need like that much more space in order for the speaker box to fit. And I'm hoping I can gain enough space. I want to make the sub fire down because I don't want the force of the bass pushing up on these 6x9s. I really need to baffle these 6x9s, put a baffle over the back so that they're not affected by the bass. Pretty much create their own box. But if I do that, that adds more depth. So how the heck am I going to do this?
Allie's here.
Yep. Can hear Allie.
She announced her presence as always.
Of course I got my wire loom right in the way. Okay, so I'm afraid to take any more out because then it's going to come down on my head, and it's heavy with that amp there. Oh yeah. Let's see, what am I going to do here? What am I gonna do? See where this kind of kicks up? I kind of want it level with that. So that's gonna be a pretty big spacer. Plus I'm gonna have to slide it back. I brought it, the tape measure somewhere. All right, Mama. Eyeball that until I'm kind of like even, if you can look straight across with where that kick up is that I want to go to.
I can't even see the tape measure.
No, I don't want you to see the tape measure. I'm talking about look across the back of this.
Okay, I understand.
And line it up kind of with that deal.
Okay, you're too high, I think.
That's 2 inches there. Would that be too high? Because that'd be perfect.
It's higher than you wanted, I think.
Is it?
The bottom of the board probably lines up, but the top's over.
So we'll go 1 3/4 inches.
Better.
Better. want 2 inches.
Tell everyone what you got me for Mother's Day.
Something.
A shower?
Oh yeah.
He,
Yeah, sure.
he took a shower.
That's your present.
I'll take it.
What?
What you doing?
I have no clue, apparently.
Wait, I should have said, hi, Phineas.
So, what am I doing?
Making legs.
Well, I moved the deck on the back of the bug up probably about 3 inches or so. I only needed a little bit for this to clear. And I think it would clear now. I know it'll clear now. It'll go right in there with plenty of room. But my main problem is if I was to slide this in there, speaker facing up, it's back of the 6x9's right here. So it's just going to force up all that pressure on the 6x9's. I really need to baffle the back of those, which I will at some point in time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a down firing sub so that this is pushing down against the floor of the car. The port's way over here on the top. So I made these 1.5 inch legs. I've measured the box and the full total extension of the speaker. We've got plenty of room here. So I'm going to put these 4 legs on here, and that's what it's actually going to sit on. I'm just hoping I did my measurements right. I hope. I more than likely I didn't. I'm not having very much luck with this right now.
The track record's not great today.
No, it's not. It's off. It is off, and I already put my staple gun up. And I wrapped the speaker box. I was so unconfident in myself, I went ahead and wrapped the speaker box, put the speaker in. Didn't test fit it. Why? Why would you test fit? Now I gotta find some screws, screwing those in. Screws is my big downfall. See, those are 1.1 inch. These are 3 inch. Those ought to work. I need to pre-drill. Anytime you're dealing with MDF, pre-drill it because it will just split and break out on you. Now I'm not going to be gluing these on because I don't know if they're going to fit. So I'm just going to screw them on here for now. That looks good. See, and that's just smaller than my screw, so my screw still has some meat to grab there. Let's see. As you can tell, there's an exact measurement to this. It's called eyeball. Now I have had down firing subwoofers before. They sound all right. It just depends on what kind of metal they're hitting against. In my case, it's what, 60-something-year-old German sheet metal, so I don't know how it's going to sound. We'll see, though. Could be all right.
I mean, them Germans do have some cool music. You were supposed to laugh.
I don't know if I feel like pulping right now. And that's all it needs. No reason to drive those home. They just need to be snug and tight. Weight of the speaker box is going to hold it down. I really hope this fits. I'm wore out.
We still got a big night of partying later.
Yeah, still got to go to a graduation party later. which is really gonna suck because it's Sunday and the party starts at 5. My bedtime's usually like 7.
You're an old man.
I'm old. And the party is about an hour drive from here. That'd be alright.
It's gonna be fun. Good food.
Yeah. My nephew graduated high school, so we'll go hang out with them.
It's kind of the last one till our kid graduates
Until our
too.
kids start graduating.
Do I have to feel strong again?
Yeah, we're at the point where we gotta try to put this in.
Okay.
So the way it's gonna go in, this is gonna be facing down and on the passenger side.
Okay.
Before we slide it all the way in, I gotta hook these speaker wires up on this side. I wouldn't grab it by the legs. They're just screwed on. I wouldn't grab it by the legs. They're just screwed
Trying to
on.
figure out how to turn it.
Oh, I'm just picking it straight.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's heavier.
Yeah, you got the speaker in. Whoa, there's a chair there. And then there's the kids' boy.
Another chair in the door.
And then there's the car. Ow. No.
Does it fit?
We're about to find out.
It better.
I gotta hook the speaker wires up before I slide it all the way in there though.
Where'd the dog go?
What the dog doing?
Max. Max. Here's my.
Holy smokes!
Does it fit? It's a fit.
Problem is see here, we're gonna have about that much gap with the seat.
That's
I
fine.
think come up with some sort of filler. Or something there.
Something. Hold that there.
It
Or you just-
fits.
Where's that little Rich?
Can you turn it on?
I've got to make sure it's not like really tinny against that metal. Because what sucks for that box to come in and out, you gotta take the seats in and out. That's a lot better. Dude, it sounds good. Now I just gotta straighten up my wires here. Put another clip down right there to hold them in place. Maybe mount my fuse here. Oh,
You don't need a back seat.
yeah, no, dude. I want it to look like a car.
A sleeper.
I want it to look like a car.
It's a sleeper.
Hi, dude.
You did it.
Awesome. I'm gonna sit on my butt for a minute because my back is throbbing,
Yes.
and then I'm gonna put the car back together. Bass is definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you listen to bass music, but on the rock stuff that I listen to, I gotta do something about the mids and highs. Another amplifier, probably a better head unit. That sounds all right. Definitely shakes every mirror in the car. Problem is I've got to update that stereo has an SD card that you put music on. It's the same playlist that I made
For the boat?
for the boat 11, 12 years ago. So I really need to update my music. I like it. I don't like how the seat sits up, but I like it. I'm done.
It's gonna wrap this video.
Yeah, it's gonna wrap this video up. Oh, let's see, what do we got?
Future videos, whatever that awful grindy noise is coming out of your car.
Yeah, I don't know. My shifter is all out of whack. And I'm gonna start with replacing the shifter bushing. They're up underneath the back seat, that rubber bushing, see if that doesn't help. And then maybe adjust, because you can, if you listen the bolts to the shifter, you move it around a little bit and adjust it a little. For some reason, when you push down to go into reverse, it doesn't engage it, so it tries to grind it into a different gear. So I don't know what that is all about. So I have to figure that out.
We also have to get car show ready again.
Yeah. While we were out here yesterday working, guy walked up and he said, I've been telling them that I'm waiting for that dude to be outside. He stopped and gave us a flyer. There's going to be a car show May 30th. So he stopped by and gave us a flyer. I was like, you know what? We'll have both bugs there. I might even take my Harley. I don't know yet. It's for a good cause. It's for a church. They put all the money back into the kids and stuff. So we'll
Fundraising for something. I can't remember
spend
what.
the next couple of weeks getting ready for those. It's going to prolong taking the engine out for another couple of weeks, but that's the next big project, is to pull the seat out, or the engine out, and replace those seals. Oh, it's been a long week. I'm tired. I'm wore out. I think we're going to call it there. I've got to clean my mess and get that thing back in the garage. So that's the bad thing about having a stereo system is, I don't know if I should say this publicly on YouTube, but I don't have door locks. So I got to keep that thing parked inside. But, I mean, you saw what it took me to put it in there. So let them try to take it out of there. They're going to have to take the whole interior out.
I don't think anyone will try.
No. So, oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. You guys know the spiel. Go like and subscribe. If you like the video, share it. How about sharing it? Share it. If you like it, share it to your buddies.
That would be helpful.
Yeah. Let's try to get some flow on the YouTube going. You know, I'm not trying to make a living off YouTube. We're not even at the point where we can make anything, but, you know, at some point in time, I like doing this stuff. So maybe at some point in time, I can get good enough to where doing this stuff for you guys on YouTube will pay the bills, and I can do it nonstop. I'll get a lot more done. I know that. So.
Nothing else. YouTube could fund the parts for the next video.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just need YouTube to fund enough to buy inventory for parts for the next video. That's about all I really need for now. So yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It helps. So yeah, I think I'm done. I'm tired. I am tired. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, listening to me blab on, watching me screw up. I could have been like some of them other channels and just, oh no, it fit, and cut everything out. You guys saw I screwed up. I didn't measure right. So, showed you guys how I fixed it. So, there's that. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and I guess till next time, we'll be seeing you.
Bye.